What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Christian Kuntz Podcast, hosted by yours truly. I'm here with my boys Vinnie Candelore and Tre Tipton, my co-hosts. On this pod, we're just going to talk about Pittsburgh sports, culture, current events, and everything in between. Stay tuned for episode 1.
Let's pretend like people don't know who you are. Okay? So who's Christian Kuntz? Where do you come from? And what do you do?
Christian Kuntz is a kid from Pittsburgh, born and raised here, that now plays for the Steelers, his hometown team. I told you guys before, I've said it, I sound like I'm beating the same drum. Like, my life's not real. It's crazy. I worked my ass off to get to where I'm at, and I'm proud of it. But, I'm just a kid living out his dream, playing for his hometown team. That's now a job for me that I take very seriously, and it's not real life. It's like what you guys are doing. You guys are living the dream. We're all living the dream. It's just to a certain point, But
right.
This is it's like, even this studio. Shout out Kick, like the logo, what we did in the studio. I'm sure people are seeing the shots. We got the paintings. Vinny did the paintings. Tre got the curtains. We won't talk about where Tre got the curtains from. But Tre got the curtains. Tre got the curtains. But
Tre's working on some partnerships behind him right now.
Good. We need to touch on that too. Get some partnerships. But look at this studio. I mean, this studio is crazy, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting us be a part of this, man. Like, when we originally did the pod, over a year ago, I had no idea what it would lead to. Tre, we teamed up because we were doing some pickleball stuff with the best of the batch. And, at the time, my podcast was still a little over a year in. Yeah. We had just started going weekly. And so, I appreciate that you came in and did that show to begin with, because, we didn't have anything to offer. You just did it just to, be a part of it and show love. So to take that, fast forward that to now, where, we've been, this is not something that we just started, obviously. There's been a lot of effort and energy that went into putting this thing together. And I think that we have a product here that, not just the city of Pittsburgh can be proud of, but I think that people will get behind.
100%.
And I don't want to steal the intro or speak too much into it from my perspective, because this is your show. I know you joke you're humble at the beginning. This is our show, but I'm incredibly thankful for the opportunity to do this, because this is truly a dream come true for me. I know that Tre's really excited about this as well. So, man, I want you to know, we want to take this thing seriously. We want to get your message out to the world. And, part of the set, there's been a lot of thought that went into this. This is a Universal not Universal Studios, but this is
it might as well be
an interchangeable studio that we have here. So we do multiple shows from in here. And we want to start with this back wall. We're going to turn this into an art gallery. So we're going to be partnering with some local artists and get their art up here on your show.
It's incredible.
Behind you, I think you wanted to touch on it a little bit. We got some space there. We're looking to really grow this thing and partner with some people.
Yeah,
so
we got the Duquesne colors back here.
Come on.
My high school color as well, Char Valley. Shout out.
Come on.
Yeah, it's not, and then the logo, Kick. I'm going to go back to the logo. I mean, it just embraces a full Pittsburgh logo with the bridge, the colors. What happened, the spots, even in the background, make it jump out at you.
So let's intro Kick and Jesse. What's the first time you met Kick, and what was your first thoughts of when you met Jesse when you came in here?
I think I met Kick a couple years ago. Honestly, I mean, a couple years ago. Through Wayne out in
You came to my high school when I was shooting my high school team when I was in high school.
Oh my God, I did.
Yeah.
I do remember. Man, I
with Presley.
Wow, I do remember that. I didn't know Kick did the media stuff. If you asked me to make a logo, dude, it would be bad. It would be bad. I think
we should 100% do that before episode 2. Is have you
create my own logo for sure. It'll be stick figures.
Put it on a T-shirt. First merch line.
I could barely pull up a Word document and figure out. Last night I was writing my wedding speech and I pulled up the Word document. I'm like, okay, how do I make? What the hell are you laughing at? I was like, how do I make these margins smaller so I can get more space? You know how you go write a paper back in, I'll say high school, college, and you might take those margins from 0.25 to
Yeah.
We know the cheat codes. We know the cheat codes.
Everything
You
you
did
did
your
to
own
make that a
homework,
little
dude.
smaller. But yeah. And then Jesse, I met Jesse first time we ran our pod back downtown when we met up there. And we didn't really talk that much. Like, I just knew Jesse was the shoe guy. Just, make custom shoes. I don't know if I could rock any of those shoes right now. We talked about doing something for me maybe, but
yeah. Jesse, what's your perspective on this? Like coming from the studio where we were in downtown, seeing the first episode there, me and Trey come in. We literally are never in the studio. You come in, right? And or we come in middle of your day. You're there all day at this point. That was when you were grinding out at the studio. Yeah. We just come in, do a podcast with a Pittsburgh Steeler, walk away. Like what's your perception of that? And now fast forward to now.
Yeah, so I'm literally sitting in the studio just doing my thing. I'm there by myself all the time. Like that was the whole thing. And
that was your sanctuary up there.
It was. Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to be a little bit fuller than that, but that's a whole different thing. Anyways, so I'm working there, and then all of a sudden, you guys show up, and we're showing the pod right now, and I'm off to the right, cutting up shoes and sewing them back together during this pod, and I'm like, Christian Kuntz is here. Like, this is dope, so.
And this is a good segue into, Kick being here, too. So we have the producer cam for you guys. So, Christian, as we're doing the show, if you have a video, something you want to pull up and show us, Kickler's going to be able to pull it up on the screen. We can watch it live on there, and it edits it into the show so that we can actually get your reaction to videos and all those different types of things.
You're wanted, brother.
This is
really
legit. This is legit.
We're ready, bro.
Yeah, this is legit.
Guns are blazing.
No, I mean, we could look at this old pod here. Now that we're talking about using the video, this is some serious shit.
Yeah. What's your biggest, what are you most excited about, but also, most afraid about launching a podcast?
I'm most excited about just getting in here and just shooting the shit, dude. Just
cutting up.
Being able to talk like there's no mics in here, there's no cameras, which I feel like I try to do every time I'm in here. Like, I'm not trying to put on a front for anybody or, say the right thing, say the wrong thing, whatever we're saying. We're just talking to each other. Most nervous about just, I don't know, everybody has an opinion of what you're doing. Right. Like how you get there, how you do it, how you go about it. And social media creates that perspective too on a lot of people. And I guess for me, just, put myself out there a little bit. You guys are as well, being on the show. We all are. We all are taking a leap. So, just putting yourself out there and taking a leap of faith, but trusting it and seeing how serious that we've taken this to this point. Like, people think we're just going to come in here and record or do whatever. Like, they don't know the countless times we've met, how many times I've been in here before we're shooting this first pod, shooting your guys' show. So it's just, there's more to it, and there's always behind the scenes stuff that no one really realizes. And it has been, it's a ton of work, but I'm excited. It's going to go uphill.
I like
fast.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So talk about being at Char Valley, man. What was that experience coming up through high school? I heard you were a walk-on going to Duquesne. So what happened?
Yeah, so so freshman year I was playing freshman football. Sophomore year I was on the varsity. I was starting, which is nice. Played the whole sophomore year, had a good season, and into my junior year, and I played hoops too. So our sophomore season of hoops.
Wait, you're a hooper?
I'm a hooper. You
don't got no shot,
yes,
bro. You play defense.
Defense, 5 fouls, 4 something. If I didn't foul out, it was a good game. I knew I'd do my job. I'll play D, get rebounds, set hard screens.
There you go.
I'll cut hard, extremely hard. But our team was loaded. On my sophomore year at Char Valley, we were, I think, 31-1. We won the WIPIO, lost in the state finals. Newman Goretti. We had TJ McConnell.
No, Chico.
We were loaded. I think he averaged 34 a game. We're going to get him on the pod. He'll be out here. Shit. We're going to get him on here.
All right,
get some stories from him. But, so basketball was I was almost better at basketball or played more high school basketball than I did football. Then I got hurt in the season. I fractured my lumbar 3 in my back. I was in a back brace. That kind of carried into junior year of football. I only played 6 games that year. Played well. Played receiver too.
What is going on, bro?
It is on YouTube. I was catching balls.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh! So, there's me from high school. You might have to get a video.
Your highlights from high school, you're saying?
My high school highlights are on here. I'm telling you.
Kick, are you looking at Google Images currently, looking for a highlight tape?
But yeah, no, I fractured my back. Kicked. That's all right.
Hey, this is all of our first show. You know,
High school.
This is episode 1.
High school.
Yeah.
I bet you if it was cars, you know exactly where to go.
Yeah, the car guys are crazy. Preston's
No,
a car
no,
guy.
not
he,
the
like,
car, not
just-
the cars. I'm talking about the movie Cars.
Yeah, the guy just likes the movie.
Like the kid movie cars.
This movie.
Yeah, he's like 6, dude.
That's all right. He's damn good at doing these edits and
Yeah.
everything else.
Here we go.
Yeah, here it is.
Here we go. I want to see this. Where we at?
I'm at the top of this.
That's Bell Vernon.
Oh, that's
right
me
there.
making a tag.
Sure.
That was Bell Vernon.
Dude, I know uniforms, okay?
I'm at the top. That's against Montour. A bunch of my boys
Trinity.
played. They were, oh, man.
So where are you
Robbery
at?
there. I'm at the top. I'm gonna defend this pass up here. Look, I've seen this so many times. They don't even highlight me. I know where I'm at. Look at me run this post. This is Wayne throwing
Uh-oh.
two.
Uh-oh.
Blue.
Oh.
Okay.
You got to keep the feet
I'm
there,
returning kicks too.
No, you're not.
Look at this. I'm telling you, I was returning kicks.
dude. This is you?
I got loose, but I got tackled by the kicker. This is
No,
so
You
embarrassing.
sound like Vinnie.
I should have hurdled his ass.
You for sure should have.
Hey, question. This is like, you know, we're shaping out the podcast, but
Yeah.
I've been wondering this. The new kickoff rules.
Oh,
Do you think that like how many tackles is Boz going to have this year?
dude, there was like a stat that said like 17% of kickoffs in the XFL, the kicker made the tackle, or at least was like in on the tackle. That's a
Boz-
crazy number, man. That's a crazy number. And now, yeah, kickoffs.
Boz hitting the weights?
Can he
He's
tackle?
all,
balking?
yeah, he's balking. Yeah,
Can he tackle?
he could. He'll throw it. He'll get
throw
in there.
something?
Yeah, he'll
I
get in
gotta see
there.
that.
He'll get in there. Some kickers, I think, will be shocked. Like they're gonna get in there.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
gonna be interesting to see. But you know,
Do you think that like changes the kicker position? Like
man, I do think there's gonna be. Like I hate to say it, like I think there's going to be more injuries at kicker this year because of these tackles. Like the destroying, he got hurt. He was playing for the Brahmas.
Messed up his neck.
Yeah,
Isn't Justin Reed like doing official kickoffs now, and he's a safety, so like that's going to change the game, I think, a little
big
bit.
time. Like if you got a guy like Justin Reed, he's an all-pro safety, like kicking
Cheat
off and then
gonna be
running
sick.
down, you're getting an extra hat and coverage. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But like no, we don't know, and you're not going to know until preseason. Like because it's different. It's a different game. NFL's a different game. A little more detail, faster, obviously. Like it's just a little bit different. Like here's the XFL.
I think you should start working on kicking, bro.
I think you should too.
You'd be a great kickoff linebacker.
That might be a new position.
I have club feet. I'm not kicking. I can't kick. Kicking
fair
a PAT, kick any sort of kicking in this league, punting,
Yeah,
everything.
so what's
is
going
so
on here? We're
hard.
looking at kicker tackles.
No, if you pop up,
Are we
on
just
one of
watching
these-
random highlights?
Yeah,
now?
we're just watching the rule.
Sick, dude. This is cool. Hey, type in.
Hey, type in.
Are we going to use this or not? Sorry, back to you.
Yeah,
man. This is
no,
your
we
show.
no, we could use whatever.
What do you want to look up next?
I mean, I want to look up Paul Skenes' warm up routine. I don't know if you
Really?
guys saw that.
Let's do
I mean, first of all, Paul Skenes is an absolute animal.
Crazy.
The jug of water.
Crazy.
Like records that Nolan Ryan holds. People that we've never seen it, dude. He's a fiend. He's literally a phenom.
How long is he in Pittsburgh?
Not going to be for long.
Can you answer that question?
I saw something like if they extend, supposedly he throws football at the end, but if they extend him, it'll go through 2031. I don't know. I'm not sure about the baseball contract stuff, like the arbitration and all the stuff they go through.
So this is just him. I don't
He
think
throws
this
a good
is-
ball.
I'm about to
too.
say, hold on.
I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, hold on.
We need to work on Hernandez a little
No,
bit.
but he like puts. He's like a weighted like jug on his back, and he's doing like rotations. He has like a towel or
So kicks like 0 for 2.
yeah. I mean, man,
Is what you're saying?
there it is.
There it is. There it
Yeah.
is.
Nice.
This was on Twitter. I saw this on Twitter come up.
This is his warm up.
I guess
him playing football
I guess
again.
when he throws football after. I'm wondering what kind of ball that is. Like, do you think we gave him a ball? You think that's like a Steeler ball? You think that's an NFL
That's an
regulated
NFL
ball?
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Skenes.
Oh, he does this. He
Yeah,
does
this
this.
one's cool.
He's not
Chris,
using a
catching
Walmart
that.
ball, dude.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's the jug.
That's so.
What is that?
What's happening here?
It's just like transferring weight.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
With the
That, like,
band.
he's a pure baseball guy.
I think
through
that
and
should
through.
probably be illegal. Nobody else is doing that, right?
Not that I've seen.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's illegal, but whatever he's doing, it's working.
It is.
Listen, I'm starting to see that more, bro. CJ Stroud literally goes through every sport before he goes and plays quarterback. Seriously, like you can see him shooting basketball, a whole bunch of different stuff. There's a lot of guys out there doing that now. I don't know why.
What's your warm up?
I mean, like for me,
2 dips.
No. I don't know. I try to get my hips loose, like more so for getting in my stance and stuff. Dude, I don't really have like a set warm up routine. Like sometimes whatever I'm feeling that day, if I want to like throw some slow motion snaps where I'm not like I'm working on my hands and stuff, or like nothing crazy though. Like I think that's kind of crazy.
I think
Can
you
you
should
do
do
that?
this on the sideline
Yeah,
week
can you do
one
this?
With a jug.
the full Paul Skenes warm up before field goal unit.
Yeah, this would be great.
Dude, I'll get laughed at.
Oh, my
They
goodness,
see me
yeah.
with a jug on my back.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
man. Just
Hey, for me-
hike a milk jug full of water. Just one up it. Like,
Yeah, we'll just fill like a coffee can full of cement.
Just like
Rip
that.
that shit back. Who's holding this year?
Cam Johnston, the punter. Yeah, dude. If you're in the NFL, the punter's holding.
So what's been working with him been like? You know,
He's been great, dude. He's an Australian guy. He's been in the league for 10 years.
Wow.
Anyone that's been in the league for that long, 10, 9 years, whatever he's been in, like he's a pro. He's really good. I mean, I've been lucky enough to have now, Presley, who's obviously a stud,
Shout out.
drafted, like,
Shout out,
and then
Pete.
now Cam, like, I've been lucky to have, 2 really good punters and, guys that make you better.
Right.
Like, people think it's all just you hit a spot, but if that ball's off or it's wobbling, the wind's blowing, whatever it is, like that punter makes you better, he makes you look better. And I've been lucky enough to have 2 guys that made me better, and obviously 3 with Boz, like 3 guys that make me better as well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's just like a team. It's like how we do this. We're all gonna just carry conversation. But no, it is. It's different when you work with a guy that stands a certain way or has a certain form or whatever, or likes the ball a certain place, and then you flip guys. But sometimes I don't like to think about that stuff.
No, you're an avid shit talker.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
who have you seen on the field that was better than you at shit talking?
I mean, dude, many guys are better than me at shit talking. I wouldn't say that I'm like the best shit talker. I'm just out there just chirping. I feel like it just brings a little competitive juice. A lot of guys, it's cool to see like these like unbelievable players. They're complete studs. Like they're getting into that talking. Like I know TJ talks.
yeah.
Like
What does he say? He doesn't look like he talks often.
he doesn't have to say much. It's got to be like one thing, like something subtle. Like I'm just killing you right now.
what do
Like
you
to the tackle. Whatever.
I
Like
can't-
honestly,
come on.
whatever
You need
comes.
mic'd up,
Yeah,
dude.
a mic'd up wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be. My mom wouldn't approve of that.
All right, so
You digging deep? Like you doing research before the game?
No research.
Okay.
Never research. Just off
curious.
the cusp.
Okay,
Like just
okay.
whatever's coming to your mind at that point in time. Like it's coming out.
can you search Chris Boswell fake field goal, Cleveland Browns?
Wow,
I
against
know.
Cleveland. Wow,
Pretty sure I know where this is going.
fake against Cleveland, dude. He got knocked out.
You know he didn't.
Yeah, he got knocked out.
Trey, you never seen this?
Bro, I promise you I haven't.
So that's how it ended.
bro.
Well, wait, let it skip ahead a little bit. Go to the shot from the field goal post, like the wide, the tight shot. Keep going, and wait, go back a little bit.
Bro, we
Go back a
can't
little
do
bit,
this
right
to Boz.
there.
He gonna
There
come
you are.
on
What are
us.
you saying to him? Go back. What are you saying to him right here?
I'm carrying his helmet. I'm probably like, dude, are you good? Like, he didn't look good. His nose was bleeding. Like, he got crushed by one of those D linemen running full
Yeah.
speed. Like,
Right here.
look at this. It should have been a penalty,
Oh, for
actually.
sure.
100%.
For
Like, It should
sure.
have been a penalty.
Yeah.
Man,
Now,
then he hit
okay,
the-
pause it. Okay,
I
go
got
back
crushed.
a little
I got
bit.
crushed. Yeah, Vinny, this is messed up. I got absolutely. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Who is that on you?
That is a big.
Oh, that's a big human
Is this
being.
illegal?
man.
Actually, it's a real question. Is it legal for him to, like, when your head's down?
Nah. So not on a field goal. On a field goal, they got to be outside my frame. So like, this is considered outside your frame because he's not on my neck or like head area
Okay.
or whatever. So I don't think this is a penalty. I was probably bitching about trying to get a
Got
call.
to.
Obviously,
Yeah, go ahead.
like he was playing quarterback.
I think you should have pulled after. You snapped.
You should have pulled.
I should have pulled.
But you couldn't go nowhere, so I get it.
I could have been a lead blocker and could have picked that guy up.
Now, when somebody does that, like destroys you, right? Like, do you kick and scratch and claw to get back up, or you just
on a punt? Yeah, on a field goal, I'm just like, dude. Once it's snapped and I'm blocking, if I end up on my back and like it happens, dude, we just get crushed in there all across the league. But like, I'm looking right at the field goal. Like, did that go in? Like, even from the ground, I'm like trying to look to see if it went in.
I can't imagine
on a punt,
how you
I'm
can.
clawing,
I don't know how you can plant your feet and not fall backwards when there's people rushing.
Right.
I don't know how it's possible.
it's not.
Like, I'm
can't
not
be.
trying to be
field
like.
goals, like there's some techniques that put your fist in the ground, lean forward, but then like you're kind of susceptible in the gap. Like,
That's
I don't know, or you just stand up and just take it and hope
Because,
you're
bro,
going to get there.
You played linebacker your whole life, other than like high school. But like when you transitioned to the league, how much of your work was working on your snap versus like, you know, working on that stance and like,
Yeah.
you know, how do you
That's a good
even
question.
prep for that? You don't,
Facts.
right? There's no live simulation of field goal.
There is nothing like a live field goal. Like, you could get out there and snap 100 balls. Like, you shoot 100 free throws and make 98 of them, whatever. And then when you get in the game and there's people around and different situation of the game, you know, it's different. It's just different. But to practice a field goal, you got two guards behind you, like, you know, like your interlocked legs. No real prepping for it. You just have to trust that you're throwing the same ball every time, because you know your ball is going to be right here, right there with this amount of turn or no turn, and put it down, kick.
So,
I didn't mean to bring up that play. My bad.
No, you're fine. You know,
Just check your notes.
balls will bring it up often.
Check my notes for things you wanted
That
to talk
fake was-
about.
yeah.
I don't think that was
Hey,
in
we
there.
won that game. We won that game.
okay, so that's all that really
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah, we won that game.
Now, give me an experience where it's like it's a tight game. You know you got to go snap, and the field goal wins it. What game have you had so far that was like that?
So my, I don't know if that was. Now I'm like clumping together years. I think rookie year we were in Baltimore. We needed that field goal in a late rain game to make the playoffs, because like two things happened. And it was like a 36-yarder, but we like want that kick. You want that kick,
100%.
Not just like for yourself, for the whole team, for everything. Like you want that ball, and like I said, it's gonna be. You know it's gonna. We've done it so many times. You know it's gonna be the same ball. It's gonna be the same kick. It's gonna be the same hold, and you just trust it. But like I want those snaps. Like,
For sure.
It's like a resume builder too. You know, I don't know. You're in the playoffs. You had a game-winning kick. That kicker, man, that guy was in the AFC Championship and hit a game-winning kick, hit two big field goals. Like, you don't think if he gets released sometime in his career, you don't look back on that and you're like, we know this guy's going to bring it in the playoffs. Like, big time kicks, he's not shying away from it. Big time snap, whatever. So for me, I feel like you want those kicks, and I'd say 99% of the guys in the league are saying the same thing. Like, they're just that good and confident in themselves that they want that. They want that.
Dude, you got a big week ahead of you.
Yeah, I do have a big week.
Talk about it.
I feel good. I'm ready. I'm getting married this weekend. It's done. Like, the work's done now. It's just like, now you hope and you wish that everyone has the best time ever at your wedding and they just enjoy yourself. But then right after that, we go right to training camp, honeymooning in Latrobe. That's what I've been joking with my brothers about, which isn't a bad honeymoon. You get out there with all the guys, like, the camaraderie, it just brings it. Now, it's different for me than if you're playing linebacker or running back in camp, like, or D-line or any other position for that fact. But it's just it's different, you know.
Sneaking
like,
Heather into the dorms?
no, dude, I think we'd be cut. I think there's absolutely no
Listen, I don't want to deal with Uncle T.
No guests in the.
None.
I think that's got to be like a universal rule around the league. I'm sure guys have done it before and might have got away with it, might have not, and brushed it under the rug. But for us, no.
How many weeks are you guys in camp?
I think 5.
What?
5 weeks till 4 or 5 weeks.
Man.
Yeah, it's a grind, dude. Like, it's a grind, and like I said, for some of these other guys that are playing other positions too, like,
it's a lot of running.
Like, you hitting 2 days in a row. Sure, you might get a helmet practice after, but then you're running on your legs. So you just went from hitting 2 days in a row. You get a helmet practice. They're still running. These receivers are still running all these routes.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild. You can't be in shape for football. Like, for the first couple weeks or first game, you'll never be in shape no matter how hard I feel like you train. Like, there's nothing like game shape.
There's not.
Yeah.
There's definitely not, especially with all those pads on. Like, bro, I really didn't realize it until, like, my last year of football and how heavy the pads actually are in comparison, because you get used to them after a while.
Yeah.
Like, but, like, when you first start, bro, you're sore just because you're carrying the weight. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can imagine. Especially snapping the ball between your legs. That can't be.
Dude, I honestly, I can't even talk about me being sore or my legs being heavy with like what you see in camp. And I feel like Pittsburgh, from what I heard from other guys that's been in other places, is a tough camp. Like,
I'm sure, dude.
like,
Do most teams go like stay somewhere? Like you're at a small
College.
school, like a
I don't
college.
think a lot of teams do it like that. I think a lot of teams will go to like a nearby hotel, have the guys cooped up in a hotel that's nearby or something like that. I think the Cowboys go to like
Yeah, they have like a
Cowboys go to like
Campus.
California, yeah, or
it's
something.
like a whole campus
Yeah.
they have bought out.
But I think teams do go other places, but it's a grind. So I'm looking forward to the honeymoon grind in Latrobe.
What's your downtime in camp look like?
Like
What are you
one
doing?
off day during the week, but once that, it's a mandated off day.
Okay.
Once the off day kicks in, then once the preseason, like the games start kicking in, obviously, like day after game film, then off day. So usually it's Tuesdays, like universal around the league Tuesdays, even during the season off.
No, I mean, like, what does your downtime look like? What are you doing?
What are you doing? I'm curious. That's a good question. I wanna know.
That is a good question. Latrobe in the dorms, a lot of video games. Now that NCAA is out, I mean,
Lucky I'm
there's
at
going to
work
be
right now.
a lot of video games. Guys bring up board games, Scrabble, some high stakes Scrabble games.
What are you nice at?
Not Scrabble. I got to like read the encyclopedia or something. My Scrabble game's not good. My Scrabble game's not. I would
Who's
say
the best Scrabbler? Who do you
I don't know. Cam usually runs a Scrabble game. I don't know how good Cam is at Scrabble. I'm not giving him any love. No, TJ's usually in that game. Pat Pete was in
Alex
that game.
seems like he's a good speller.
Alex was in that game. I'd say
He
everyone.
seems like a good speller.
There's definitely Alex is definitely a good student, like good student. Yeah,
For sure.
There's definitely guys that are better at the Scrabble game than others, but I wouldn't say I'm not in the top. I'd like to brag, but I'm not. I can't even like, because if we pull out a Scrabble board,
Who's the third string QB this year?
Kyle. I think
He's
Kyle,
got to be good at Scrabble.
Yeah, he's a stick of a golfer too.
Really?
Yeah, he's really.
I didn't
good.
know who it was. If you're a third string quarterback,
You gotta be good
You're
at
a good Scrabbler. I just feel
Yeah,
like
he's probably. Those guys are just to
Yeah.
play quarterback, dude. People don't realize how smart you have to be too. Like to know every single position,
Yeah.
every single job, the call, think about it, and then play.
it's nuts.
Possible audible. I don't even want to have to deal with
Audible, see a defense, audible, tell a guy where to line up because he's lined up wrong. Like the
You think-
average person doesn't think about half this stuff.
Who do you think's a better speller between Russ and Justin?
Gosh. I'd say I'd say it's even. I'm not getting into
that.
that.
You said plead the fifth.
Yeah, I plead the fifth now.
I want a spelling bee at camp.
Like a
Like line them
traditional
up.
spelling bee.
Yeah, line them up 50-yard line after practice, and we're doing a spelling bee.
That would be hilarious, dude. If we did a spelling bee. And then the first round was like easy. You have grades on rounds.
Yeah.
First round's easy. Second round gets a little harder.
Yeah.
Now, is there anybody on the team personally that you think, you don't got to say names, but you just nod your head yes, like, is there anybody who's football smart but street dumb or like book dumb?
Oh, yeah.
Are you asking if he plays football on a football team?
Yeah, there's 100% guys that are just football savvy. Like they
I could
just
guess it.
As if you
they
weren't in
just
these
play.
times.
They just play.
But it's one of those guys, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking
Yeah.
Because it's those guys who you're like, bro, you're so talented. And then you get outside the football, and you're just like, what happened to your brain when you left the field? Like,
If they leave it all on the field, dude, when they take
It's left there. It's literally left there.
it never came home.
shuts off. Dude, let's talk a little bit also about just coming from Pittsburgh. We're doing this show here in Pittsburgh. Let's talk about the people that are going to be a part of watching and consuming this show. Like, what can they expect out of us? Is it going to be more serious? Is it going to be more funny? Is it going to be more interview? More like, what are we trying to do here?
I
And
feel
this is
like-
me actually also asking.
Yeah,
you,
no,
'cause
I
don't
know. I know. We've met a bunch, but there's nothing like when you get rolling, you get rolling. Like you
Right.
want to.
like,
Sometimes we get off topic. We're looking up. I don't know what Kick's looking up over here, but you just get off topic. But I think we just want to come out here. Like for me, I want people to hear my story because I feel like some people, they dream about where I'm at right now and playing for the hometown team, and they want to hear, different stories or experiences that I have and, shared with you guys. And I just feel like for us to do this in Pittsburgh, it's a bit different coming from like us, coming from me who's from Pittsburgh. You guys are from Pittsburgh. We've been Steeler fans and just, it's a bit different. So I just feel like giving people a little insight of, what my life entails and some stories and memories that I have. Like, I feel like people are interested in hearing that, and I'm excited to let people know my story and, talk about my opinion on certain stuff and not get judged and not get like ridiculed for saying something.
I also want to know, man, because we talked a little bit on our podcast a couple of times about your story and your journey, how many times you had to go through different teams just to get on the home team, which is crazy. Now, you talked about a position in which, like, I'm ready to call it quits, but if I get a call, I'm ready to do it. Like, how hard was it for you to really get through that? Because I can imagine that being difficult.
And also, for those who don't know, can you recap your story a little bit and then speak to it, Trey?
Sure. So I think like I said, we'll get so excited about a topic, we get distracted. But in high school, whatever, my junior year when I hurt my back sophomore year, but in the junior year I played 6 games. I'll kind of make it brief, but my senior year of football, I was, we were set to be pretty good. I feel like I had some sort of like smaller school interest in D2, whatever, and I ruptured my spleen. I tackled a guy and fell on his heel the last day of training camp. And dude, I ruptured my spleen from the front. Like they say that only happens in like car crashes when the steering wheel goes up somebody's ribs because it's like protected. So I didn't play my whole senior year of football.
Wow.
They were saying that I wasn't going to be able to play basketball. I came back and played basketball, and basketball got me Duquesne to look at me, Coach Schmidt. And
really?
Yeah, from there he came to a game and he's like, okay, like we'll have a camp, we can get you on. We'll have a camp spot for you. And then from there, went up to Duquesne and I ended up starting my first game at Old Dominion. I think I told you guys this. Yeah. Taylor Heineke. I make sure to try to remind him every time I see him. Like, you remember that one game when you guys were like number 2 in the nation? You were playing some school you never heard of, Duquesne. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I picked you up. No, but yeah. And then after that game, man, I played the whole freshman season. Had a good freshman season. Special teams, like a dime backer. Got some money, not a full scholarship yet. And then after my sophomore season, I won All-American. Yeah, and I got put on full scholarship and then tore my ACL, spring ball, playing hoops.
Damn.
That's why I don't play hoops anymore. I mean, I'll still get around. We get a mini hoop in here. I'll be in the post.
You're right on that truss behind you.
Put it back here. But yeah, and then, dude, from there, I came back from ACL surgery. I had two more really good years at Duquesne and signed with an agent. Shout out Ryan, still with him. Loyal dude. Small town from Minnesota. He just grinds. He's just a grinder. But he stuck with me through all this. And when we got cut from New England, I signed as an undrafted free agent, ran a terrible 40, dude. Like,
what you run?
I think it was a 4.84. 4.84 that was up in the blizzard. There was a blizzard at Duquesne in like March.
I don't know why y'all do that to yourselves.
Well, because Pitt, we're not allowed to go down the Pitt. They don't. It's just they've been doing it for years. They don't allow Duquesne or any other school to come to Pittsburgh because Pitt produces.
No comment.
Yeah, but Pitt got guys drafted every year. I understand where they're coming from with that, but at the same time, we had a good year at Duquesne. We had guys come out. A receiver went to Arizona. Our quarterback came to Pittsburgh for a rookie minicamp.
Right.
Like, we had guys. A guy went to Cincy, tackle. Like, we had a couple guys coming out from Duquesne that were like, okay, like this is a long shot, but it's better than any other year. Like, this, they still deserve a chance. So I went to New England. I got cut as a linebacker. I was there for a day and a half. Practiced against Brady, which was cool. I'll never forget that. Yeah, it was cool. Then I didn't pick him off. Dude, I think he like snapped, no joke. We were up at the line and I was like showing blitz in the A gap. I can't make this up. He like motioned Hogan. It was the year Edelman was hurt. He motioned like Hogan, and then he said in the middle of the play, he's like, babe, like a little further down, like back up. I called him like, babe, in the middle of the play. And all of a sudden the ball was snapped. it was out in Hogan's hands, and he was 10 yards downfield, and I was like, still in my stance. I was like, I better run to the play. But no, it was like a wake-up call that I got cut 6 hours later. So that wasn't great. But hey,
You didn't get out that damn stance.
yeah, because I didn't get out the stance. They were like, this guy's not even getting to the ball.
Yeah, you know there was some guy that was like, dude, I know he ran a 4.8, but his football speed's crazy.
Dude,
And then he put that on tape, and he's like, fuck.
So,
Hey, listen, dude. How long from that play to the transition to, like, long snapper?
Okay, so from there, then I got cut. No, you're good. And then that was like towards the end of preseason because it was like 2 games in.
I played D2 football, just for the record, so.
Hey, any collegiate football, any collegiate sport, I give credit to because it takes time, it takes effort, and obviously some sort of skill level. But from that point on, I talked with my agent. I went on a bunch of workouts as a linebacker. I did snap my 5th year at Duquesne. I was decent at it. My agent just kind of came up to me. He's like, dude, I think we need to make the full transition to snapping. And that's when I kind of made the full transition, got with a coach, special teams U, Kyle Stelter. I still work with him, still send him tape, like just helping body mechanics stuff that I feel like, I don't know, you just need another set of eyes. And, you know, he's really good, really responsive. But from there, I just had workouts. And then the next following February, I went to a specialist combine, which, like, I don't know if you know, like, some of these specialist combines are crazy, dude. They're running just all specialists there. Kids are having to pay to get in. Like, I had to pay to go there. Yeah, Coach Zahner, he's one of the best.
What's this tier?
Coach Zahner, specialist combine out in Arizona, free agent combine.
Oh, wow.
And dude, he gets 30 teams, 30 scouts, 30 coaches. So I got signed from here to Denver. Tom McMahon, he's actually the coach in Vegas now. He took a chance on me, and I was like raw. Like, I was still learning. I'm still learning now, but he took a chance. I was with them. I don't know what the hell is on my knees, bro. Like, what am I doing? That's embarrassing.
What is it?
That is embarrassing. It's like
rubber bands?
It's like pre-wrap.
Why
That I tie, 'cause like,
you got Ocean Slaughter?
yeah, that's what it looks like. But and my socks, I gotta go. Damn.
I mean, the swag kind of matches the current swag. I can't lie.
Dude, we asked you on
You're
my
right.
show, you were like, I wear my jersey and my pants. And then we came to camp.
I
and
put my
you had-
uniform on, dude. That's what I
You
do.
wear mustard colored pants.
Yeah, I wear different. Because like those pants are cut. And when they're cut, it's just like, and you find a good pair of pants. Like, I still have those. I wear those pants every day. Well, they
Like-
wash them. They wash them. But yeah, wear the same practice pants every day. I have to. It's just like it's what it is.
So can you tell me, because like your college film, you got swag to you. Like, you got the sleeve, the wrist tape, the glove. I'm just surprised you ain't got a visor on. But then we get to the NFL, and then
It's
what
efficiency.
happened?
All efficiency, right?
Yeah, it's whatever I'm comfortable with, and I wasn't,
Yeah.
dude. I couldn't. If I had something on my arm, even though like it would feel like no difference with my hands, anything like I don't want to snap like that. I just know either a long sleeve or I know the long sleeve's a little more swaggy than like
Wait.
these first couple games are rough for me because it's like it's a hot game. I'm not wearing long sleeves, so it's just shoulder pads, nothing, nothing.
Nothing.
But yeah, it is. Look, I'm celebrating a little bit.
How was that transition though? Like, was there any like pride involved that you had to like? I mean, you went from a linebacker to a long snapper. Like, I'm sure that wasn't in your
100%.
plan for a journey. So like, how did that process for yourself?
There's definitely pride. Like I was.
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm not
not
I'm not
at
embarrassed at
all.
all. I
No.
wasn't embarrassed, but like it was definitely like a shot to the ego. Like, I had no chance to make it as a linebacker. I'm just being brutally honest. Like once I got there and I saw, and then I realized like what these dudes were doing, how they were doing. I was like,
Where do you think you? I mean, like that's a tough realization there. I think.
I know.
that-
I feel like
wouldn't say that for yourself.
the 40. No, it's true though. I feel like after the 40 time though, it hit me like,
Oh man, okay.
damn, like you ran a
Like Devin
4.84.
White.
Yeah, and then you see these guys run a 4.3,
Yeah.
and they're bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, maybe I should get to long snapping. But it was it was definitely a shot to the ego. And then I was back to the story, like in Denver, went with them, and then on the last day of OTAs, I thought I was at least going to be able to get into a training camp and be able to get a preseason film because that's all we were chasing at that point is like one preseason game. I'm like, one preseason game, then you have tape, then that puts you ahead of the 300,000 other guys that don't have tape and they're
Right.
still fighting to get tape. So that's probably not 300,000, but It's a lot, however many snappers. So they cut me in the last day of OTAs. I moved home, kept working with Kyle, my coach, and just kept snapping, just going to field, snapping.
What would your, like, let's say you don't get the call. What do you think your life looks like right now?
Man, I don't know. Probably hopefully working a good job, like a sales job. I feel like I'd be decent at sales. My family's in, so my whole family's in sales, medical sales. I don't really know.
What kind of work did you like see growing up? Like people around you, your family, were they sales? Was it like blue collar? I know you did some like tile work with one of my relatives, Dom, too.
More, blue collar, like hard work. Like my pap, he was a masonry. I mean, he would do stained glass and tile and brickwork.
Right.
My mom's been, always in sales, and she's like a health background as a respiratory therapist. My brothers, both of them are in sales. I just feel like that would have been my calling, just talking to people and trying to get them to buy your product. It's kind of how we're doing with trying to get people to buy this product.
Yeah, dude.
No, but I don't know. I guess I put all my eggs into one basket trying to make it. I tell people I was too dumb to realize how hard it was. Like you hear people make it to the NFL, it's less than 1%. So if you tell somebody, yeah, Christian's still trying after 3 years removed, 4 years removed getting cut, they're probably like, he's still trying? I was valeting downtown. I was putting in dog fences. Pittsburgh Pet Fence, shout out to them. Great company if you need a dog fence, invisible fence. It's not an invisible fence, but it's Pittsburgh Pet Fence. I drove for a luxury car service. Did I tell you guys that story?
No.
I don't think so. Maybe you did.
I was driving for a luxury car service. So I'd go out to the airport. I'd park in the area where they had, the corporate vans or whatever they are to allow people to come in and hold a sign that says, I'm picking up Mr. Cooper or whoever I'm picking up.
You did mention this, yeah.
So I'm in the bottom. That was more so like not embarrassing, but like that was more of an ego hit than anything. Okay. Like, because I would see people that I would know come down the elevator or the escalator in Pittsburgh, and I'd be sitting there with a sign. I'm working. I'm in a suit. I'm not in a suit, but I'm in a shirt and a tie, and I'm working. And I would see people, and dude, I'm no joke. I would hide. I'd put my face on. I'd be like, okay, my guy's not coming. Put my face up, hold the sign, and hope the people that I knew coming down that escalator didn't see me, because I'd be like, damn, it's kind of like. Kind of like a shot. Like, what are you doing? You just got cut. Oh, you're here holding a sign up. I'm like, I'm working. But that I ended up picking up Vance McDonald, who was a teammate of mine when I was like up and down on the practice squad in 2020. I picked up his father-in-law and I took him out to Vance's house out in Ligonier or Latrobe or somewhere out that area. And this was like 2 or 3 weeks after I got cut, and I pulled up to Vance's house, and like I guess his father-in-law already kind of warned him that, one of your old teammates that was just with us is driving me, and he had no idea. So right when we pulled up, Vance came out and he saw it was me, and like dapped me up, dapped me up, was like, dude, he's like, keep going, like gave me some little words of encouragement, but that was like, I'm like, damn, this is kind of humiliating as well.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, he's the nicest dude ever. He came and spoke chapel to us night before one of the games this past year, and really good dude, solid dude.
Should have him on the show.
Sure. I will. I'd love to have Vance on here. I'm sure he was in San Fran. He's got crazy experiences.
One of the greatest stiff arms of all time.
Oh my God.
Can you play it?
All time.
Yeah, who was that? That was against Kick's team, wasn't it?
It sure was.
That was against Tampa?
That's why I want him to play it.
Yeah.
Chris Connie?
Yeah. I mean, Vance is a big dude, though. Like you're getting
the safety. Chris Conti.
Is that who it was?
I think so as well, too.
Yeah, this play's crazy.
Ooh.
Absolutely
Bro, Trey, you know this play, right?
Yep, my favorite play.
This is your favorite play? Okay.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because against the Tampa Bay Bucks.
You don't like
Stupid.
Just talk.
What a great stiff arm, dude.
Yeah, that's a big man. Like
Fun fact, though. So you see Washington, right?
J-Dub.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude.
This man went for 200 and something yards against us when I played at Pitt.
I remember I was there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
Hines.
Hines.
Yeah.
Bro, it was
Oklahoma State. Him and Rudolph tore
man,
you guys
it was
up.
tearing us up, man.
That
Tearing us up.
That was like the first that was like the first half. It was like 56. What did they score?
Bro, it
56
was.
on you?
I could tell you the score if you really want to know.
What was it in the first?
It was
half?
like give or take almost 52-0.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy.
Damn, dude.
Bro,
That was
I'm
crazy.
not gonna lie. When it was like you play for Pitt, I was like, nah, bro. I don't.
What'd you guys end up doing?
We
that
are.
year? You were loaded one of the years when you had
Don't do
Vinnie, a
that.
Penn State guy.
No, I just said Trey after that game's like, we are.
You're 1-1 versus Penn State, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Oh no, lied. 1-2. 1-2. We lost at third place, 14-17. We got to the
That
red
was
zone.
a tough game. I remember that game.
We got to the red zone like 5-6 times and didn't score, which is crazy.
Who's the quarterback that year?
Kenny Pickett.
Oh, KP was. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to get KP on the pod.
Oh, for sure. That'll be a funny conversation.
Talk about his Pitt days.
Just leave me out of it.
Yeah.
He threw you a tutty, right?
Yeah, KP threw me a tutty against Virginia, and then
I saw that.
yeah,
Heather
that was
and I were
fun.
watching a video. We were watching a video of your story, and we got to talk about that too. Your journey and what you've been through, and like I need to hear that. Like I don't really know that full story. Like I know it from when you told me a couple times in here and what you
Right.
went through. But
Dude.
yeah, we were creeping. We were watching that. She was like, "He's a good speaker."
Nah, I get what you're saying though, bro. In terms of like that embarrassment, kinda. You know what I
100%.
mean? Because when I first got done playing football, and you're no longer the football player, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it bothered me for a while.
100%. I mean, I went through it. Even
Yeah.
like you think about after or whatever, and it's football's part of our identity, and like we've been playing it for how long? So
Seriously.
learning
Dude,
what to do.
I feel like
after.
I sit here and joke with you about switching from, one position to the other. Obviously, I'm joking. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have both played at levels that like I dreamed of playing. So, I didn't live the, post football. I feel like it hit me sooner than it hit you guys in life. I knew in high school when I broke my hand that I probably wasn't going to get a lot of tape as a receiver,
Right.
and I was already an uphill battle to get a spot as a wide receiver on a team with a scholarship as is. So without tape, having a broken hand, I kind of started to accept that. I went to play D2 football just because like I loved playing football.
Right.
But I kind of came to terms that at the end of this college career, like
Yeah.
that's the end of my college football and like football in general. So like, I feel like I've kind of mourned that loss longer than you guys, but I still feel like I relate to. There's been several things in my life where I told everybody in my life that this was the thing. Like, this is going to work for me. This
Yeah.
is it. And I build it up. I hype it up. And then just like either I don't rise to the occasion or something out of my control happens.
Right.
And then you have to have that. Like, you take a step back, you reevaluate, you get punched in the face. And,
Yeah. It's tough. I do think there should be like some sort of program or implement something through college football where it helps guys transition, because you're at a big school, like if you're at LSU or Alabama, big school, you're playing football, that's a full-time job in itself on top of school. And I know they're getting paid now, but I'm saying like the transition after.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Yeah. You're at LSU and you're balling and you don't make the pros. How does that sting you? That's
Man.
like that's got to sting you a little bit.
Man.
And like that transition, that's why I feel like some guys fall into some issues after, and like you hear about it on the news. It's sad. It's like sad. It's sad.
No, for sure, man. I'm not gonna lie. I know a couple guys, and it's hard, and I know you felt this before, like guys you probably played against during your time that you weren't on the team, and you did them shady, but they're still in the league, and you're just looking like,
Yeah.
how am I not? You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
like, I definitely get that. So on that end, man, let's talk about it a little bit, man. Now you're in a position where, like you said, you're doing the thing that you love to do more than anything, right? So like, tell the audience like the experience of just doing the thing, because at the end of the day, you want to do your job perfect, but you're actually getting a chance to live your dream. What is
You're
that?
living every Pittsburgher
Like,
specifically.
ever.
Like, if you were born and raised in Pittsburgh, like,
You wanted to do this.
I'm gonna play for the Steelers.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like my first couple years, like the first 2 or 3, 2 years, I could say 3, but I just kind of was like, I need to play well. And I was, really stressed and harped on myself, and I still do, dude. Like there's never going to be a time where I think I snap perfect or play perfect, and I'm going to be nitpicking and I'm going to be pissed off. But like, I'm just trying to take it all in. Like every time I'm running out in Acrisure or any stadium we play in is like dope. Like
Right.
these stadium, like I'm excited to play preseason at Ford Field. Like
That's tough.
Crazy.
that's what I'm saying. It's just like played in LA at SoFi. Like they got TVs in your locker. Like the locker rooms we were in at Duquesne and where I played before. This stuff's it's nuts, and it's just like I'm trying to take it all in. Like I should have. I can't remember who told me this. We were playing a game, and I knew somebody on a personnel staff on the other team, and they've been in the league for a minute. I can't remember who. Might have been John Wojciechowski for Green Bay, and he's like, you know, what you should do? He's like, you should take a picture on the 50-yard line of every stadium. He's like, because then, you know, when you go to document it later and tell people and show people where you got your man cave that everyone dreams of having a man cave. Like I got a picture at hopefully one point it's 32 stadiums. It's
Have you been doing that?
No, I haven't. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
We got you.
I've been so not stressed, but like, I get out there and I'm not thinking about taking that picture or like taking it all in. And I want to be better about that because
cool,
like
too.
people, they're like, dude, that is so cool what you're doing, which it is. It's unbelievable. It's the coolest thing ever. Like it's crazy. But I need to be better about like, sometimes I'll take a deep breath and like, you'll look around like in Buffalo in the playoff game, like they're like packed in there, snowballs are flying, like the atmosphere was cool. They're shooting cannons, like smoke. It's freezing. Like it didn't even matter. It was just the coolest Arrowhead playoff game. Like I played in 2 playoff games to this point, Arrowhead and at Buffalo. And like that's 2 cool places to play. Like those fans at places are packed and they're loud.
Yeah.
Like they are loud. It's different. It ain't like we're going to play like Central Catholic over at the Station Square Stadium. I think that's Armina Stadium.
Man, like first of all, that's still crazy to me that one of the richest schools in Pittsburgh still don't got their own football stadium. Blows my mind. But
It's crazy.
it blows my mind. But right now, like, what's your favorite thing about playing for your hometown city?
I just think the fact that like I'm able to do stuff like this. I'm able to I did an event last week at Kennywood. And, like, I relate to the people. I feel like I'm just talking to normal Yinzers or normal people, and they relate to me because they know I'm from Pittsburgh and, like, having my family at the games as well. Like, sometimes I think we all take it. My whole family takes it for granted that they get to come to 8 guaranteed games a year.
Crazy.
Like, some guys are from Seattle, wherever they're from. Like, their family might get 1 game, and that might be on the West Coast or whatever. Like, not 8 home games. So, like, for me to be able to play in front of my family, my friends, it's special. It's special.
Yeah. So do you like with this post career, do you want to do like help people realize this like this other opportunity where maybe people don't take this jump, but you want to like introduce it as like, hey, this could potentially like be how you live out your dream. Like, and I was an example of that. Like, is that something that you're interested in doing or no?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not like a philosopher. Like I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna like but I just feel like telling my story and people hearing like, damn, he actually did it.
Yeah.
And now I'm at the point where I've talked to you guys about it. Like now I want to prove he did it and he continued to do it. And you can't knock that. But I feel like people just hearing my story and believing, you never like. I didn't have that experience with a pro athlete that like told me, oh, keep going or keep doing it or whatever. But hey, you never know what I say to some little kid might transpire and he might be the next freaking Paul Skenes or something. Like,
I mean, dude, you're doing the youth camp, you're doing the golf outing, you're doing a lot of things here in Pittsburgh. So, obviously you have a heart to give back to the city. What do you see this show? How do you see this show enhancing the work you're already doing and like bringing more awareness to it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like doing this to promote my nonprofit or to promote anything I'm doing off the field. I just, if it does go to that length and extends up to that, like great. The more we can help other people and especially here, like
the reason I asked, dude, is because like it's a noble thing you do. I mean, there needs to be more eyes on what you do, in my opinion, because like we got a chance to go to the golf outing and like
fun.
You guys had fun at that golf outing.
It was a lot of fun, dude.
Sure did.
And you guys put on a great event, but like I think all of Pittsburgh should show out next year. Like everyone should be there in the city of Pittsburgh. You have this is what I don't understand. It actually kind of pisses me off.
Talk it.
You got a hometown guy who has been bounced around the league, been told no, been like you stuck through it, man, and like you've been through the mud and you're living out your dream now. If the city doesn't show up, like I think as a city, we need to stop and smell the roses a little more too, because like when does this happen?
Never.
So are we going to get behind it as a city or not? And I'm just saying this like as, the person doing this show with you, but like
No, I agree, dude.
Let's do this.
Yeah, in Pittsburgh too, it's we can't beat it. Like like you said, I'm living the dream, and to be here in this city and knowing like so many people that own small businesses and grind every day here, it's special. It is special. So I can't. I saw Bednar. Dave was he's on the Icy Light. He's on an Icy Light case.
Really?
Yeah. Like how cool is that? He's from Mars.
Yeah.
From Pittsburgh. Complete Yinzer. He's on an Icy Light case.
Man.
That logo would look great with your like face right next to it on an Icy Light can.
I would agree.
That would look good with an Icy Light can on there.
Some space on the wall
My
back there
pap
for you.
my pap used to crush Icy Light Iron City. We'd put them in a box in the garage. They'd be stacked up over a week. He'd have his couple beers, whatever, a day, and we'd crush them down, throw them in a garbage bag, and haul them over to get some cash for them.
I think I need you to talk to these people real quick, because you said that you used to watch your pap crush Icy Lights, and you don't have an Icy Light sponsor.
Yeah,
what is going
on?
on?
Trey just goes right.
We're gonna be putting that in the. We're gonna be putting that in the works. We're gonna be putting that in the works. But yeah, dude, he would have the old basements that have like the steel beams.
Yes.
Up top, and then they're like little shelves you get up there and do pull-ups on or whatever.
Yeah.
He would have like the Super Bowl cans that they had and all the specialized cans up there. I wish we still had
that's cool.
We still he would have those lined up in the basement, and then all the normal cans we'd crush up and
such a
sell
Yinzer
them.
thing.
That
is
I know
Yinzer.
Yinzer.
It was cool though. Like now I'm looking back and I didn't appreciate it at that time because I was like, what are all these cans doing up in the ceiling? Now I'm looking back, they were like specialized 79 whatever can. Yeah.
History.
Super Bowl can
on the shelf at Zed's.
Probably worth something too.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure.
A lot of those cans are different. You got one?
You got one? Yeah, they're cool too. Like they're like retro.
Yeah.
All that the Zed stuff's sweet. Like all the
it
retro gear. Shout out Zed's in Southside.
Yeah.
Great spot. Bought my first pair of I told you guys my first pair of shoes. Well, not my first pair of shoes, but like
the expensive ones.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Treat yourself.
I got the maroon Jordan ones.
Oh.
Yeah, they were nice. I wore them about like 3 times because I don't wear maroon often, but they go good. They're like cream color too.
Oh yeah, that's a flex.
The cream with the maroon.
That's a flex.
They're nice.
That's a move right there.
Kind of like your hat. Kind of like your hat color a little bit. Yeah.
If we get Jesse to put you in some Louis cleats this year, is that
No, that's not. I think Nike. It's got to be Nike.
Yeah, no, we'll
Maybe
get
a
you right.
splash of Louis.
A little, no, we don't even have to do Louis. Just a little splash.
You
of,
need
like, just
something.
to show you got some swag.
You
Like,
need something.
you don't have to wear all the sleeves and stuff.
You're killing me on the
do a
swag
little.
thing. He's killing me on the swag
Listen,
thing.
the only reason
Trey
why I'm
does
doing
that.
it, the only reason why I'm doing it is because
You got a rep.
my man Presley came on and was like,
Yeah.
Christian don't got no swag. I told him he was lying. I thought you had something, but then I actually seen you in person, and I'm like, bro, come on,
I
bro.
think you look great, dude. You're top 5 swaggiest long snappers in the league, hands down.
There's some guys that have some drip.
Yeah.
I know my
We need
boy
to
Luke
rank
for
him.
Indy. He's got some drip. Pull up Luke.
Let me
Luke's got
see.
some drip. He got the hair coming out. He's
Okay,
jacked
go
as well.
go.
Yeah, he's a
Go back to
linebacker from William
Google
and Mary.
Images.
You got a
Luke
Google
Rhodes.
image. You
Back to
RH,
Google
yeah,
Images.
Rhodes.
you should have went to college,
Yeah,
boy.
you
Go to Google.
Yeah,
all
no,
access
he
to
got
the
swag. He
swag.
wears the swag. He wears
Yeah.
the bands.
Oh wow, there's a whole video on it. Oh, I
snapping
thought it
punts.
said swagging. I can't see the TV from here.
I like his beard.
You got to go to the Google Images. I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
he's
what I tried to
or it's
say.
just his pop up his Instagram. But he's got some swag to him. And there's other guys. There's other guys across the league that they got some drip. I got the towel. I got a towel now. At least. I got the towel hanging out.
Oh man.
Okay, he got a little something.
Yeah,
going.
like he got.
Yeah.
He does the armbands. He get the wrist tape. Yeah, he
got
wears
the visor.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
dude.
wears gloves with the eyeball. Like he got some drip.
He goes
and
for
he's
it.
a dog too. He goes out and he makes plays, tackles. He's a linebacker for William and Mary. He's a
Oh
stud.
yeah, dude, he got the back plate out there.
He was on the active roster as a linebacker.
But he just could long snap.
Yeah, and he took a year
46, maybe.
transition. I think he was in Tampa, then Indy. And he was on the P squad up and down, and then took a transition to long snapping for a year. Same coach that signed me, ironically, Tom McMahon that's in Vegas now. Man, and this guy's he's the highest paid in the league. He's a stud. He's a stud.
Really? Honestly, you could see it. Like, you could tell he takes great pride in what he does. And on top of that, right, you said he played linebacker, so I know he's coming down there with
he's making
intentions.
tackles. He makes plays.
Have you crushed anybody yet? Like, have you gotten a chance to really, like...
Dude, it's so hard to get, like, a clean hit on punt. That's why, like, I used to think when guys would make a solo tackle on punt and they'd celebrate, I'd be like, come on, like... That was back in the day. Now I'm like, you celebrate. Like, you enjoy that because those are so hard to come by. I don't think I've like really squared anybody up. I had a tackle this past year against Jacksonville, but like Agnew was kind of like slipping, and I kind of put my shoulder in, and it was I didn't like square him up, but I got the tackle.
You know, TJ has the kick. Like, I think you need your own.
We got to see something. If you make a big hit,
celebration.
We got to see it.
Yeah.
Do it. I'll throw one.
So many guys do that. But I do need to get my own. I'm just trying to get a tackle out there. Get a tackle. But
I'm just trying to set up the clip in advance because when it happens during this season, we're going to come back to this moment.
That might be
and
the
we're
intro
going to clip
of the
in
pod.
that
that might be the intro.
Yeah, that would be
So
good. That would be good. I do need to come up with some signature.
Smooth. Yeah. Something smooth. Work on it at camp. You got a lot of time on your hands. You'll be all right.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of time honeymooning in Latrobe.
Yeah, we're excited, dude. What are we gonna do? What's the pod gonna do at camp? What's your goal?
I want to get the pod up there at least one week. Maybe get a couple guys on, like do a little 10-minute segment with a couple guys, a couple different position groups. Obviously, Boz, Cam, get the specialists on here. Just chop it up. See how they're liking camp. Get a guy that's first time experience in Latrobe, and then get a guy like Uncle Cam who's in his probably 15th, 16th season up at Latrobe, which is wild. Wow.
That is crazy.
You talk to some of the old-time Steelers about, like I talked to Craig Wolfley about his time at Latrobe back in, I don't even know what years that was, in early 80s, 70s.
They've been going up there that long.
Oh, I think it's years, dude, years.
Wow.
Yeah, and they used to practice on, like, there's like a cemetery behind the parking lot. They used to practice in a gravel, like, cemetery. Wow. Yeah, gravel. He was like, there was gravel. There would be, like, rocks.
The 70s and 80s was a different time period, man. I ain't going to lie. That was ridiculous.
They're smoking cigarettes on the sideline.
Yeah.
And then they're going and playing. They're smoking cigs.
Yeah.
Like,
bring it back, dude.
Smoking a cig on the sideline.
Imagine smoke a cig on the sideline.
Imagine what that fine would look like.
Oh, man.
I feel like AB wouldn't care.
AB would not care. He would not care. He took his shirt off. he was done. But
still salty kick.
He was playing for Tampa that time. That was in New York too. They were playing the Jets.
He retired during a game. How crazy!
I thought he was injured.
He just ran out the stadium.
He was injured. Boy got CT.
That's another one that I like take for granted of. When I used to go to all the games, or I was in college rooting for the Steelers, and dude, he would go for like
a dog.
Yeah, 1,500 a season.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There was like a stretch. There was
10
a stretch
catches,
with
15, like
the Killer Bees, right?
Oh,
crazy.
When they went
Crazy.
Dude, they had was it 4 or 5 games in a row where Ben threw for like 4 or 5 touchdowns
crazy,
in a row?
Yeah.
dude.
And like
Like,
hundreds
bro,
of yards.
pull up.
It was like 400 or 500 yards.
I gotta see what
every
that
time.
stat
It was
line
crazy.
was.
Yeah,
They made a documentary, The Rise and Fall of the Killer Bees. Wow.
Did they really?
Yeah.
yeah. This tandem, dude. I
I
mean,
think they did.
Was dangerous, bro.
they had Boz in the Killer Bees. Boz is part of the Killer Bees.
Yeah.
Boz has been for a minute, man.
Boz has been for a minute.
Shout out to
dude.
Boswell,
Yeah.
man. You stuck around. You a true Pittsburgher at heart.
He's made some big kicks. Yeah, this team, dude.
don't
I was at that
understand.
New England game when Jesse James caught that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that is sick. That is a sick.
Man.
That was sick.
Bro, this right here, though, like, Le'Veon Bell as a running back was by far the most patient running back I've ever seen in my
Crazy.
entire life. Ever.
Where did Le'Veon
he
went
was
to?
different, man.
The Jets after.
Jets after,
Yeah, yeah.
He was different, man.
and he went to the Bucks. He's boxing now.
Yeah, and he's actually winning.
He was on the
Bro, these
Chiefs and Ravens, too, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God, he was on the Ravens for a little bit. Yeah, I remember that. Chiefs too. Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs and
Wow.
Ravens. But, like, for really quick amount of time. Like, I don't know if you saw
these
the
guys that get into boxing after this. Like, I know they're not professional boxers or like train this their whole lives, like some of these guys, Canelo and everything. But like, I would not want to be hit
By
this
Adrian
dude.
Peterson?
No, hell
No,
Oh,
no,
Frank
Hell
Gore?
no.
no.
Like,
Here's the thing, though. Le'Veon, he's like, if you watch him fight, like he's really got hands.
Yeah,
Like you watch him, you're like, yo, how long have you been doing this?
Yeah, yeah.
This two game stretch versus
Read
Indy and then Baltimore, he had 40 completions, 49 attempts, 522 yards. This
Yeah.
is just Indy.
yeah.
Okay, the first week,
Crazy.
522, 6 touchdowns.
Oh my God.
Follows that up with 25 for 37, 340, and 6 more tutties.
Yeah.
Like it's the greatest.
That's
Ben
Madden
Roethlisberger
stats.
sets NFL record with 12 touchdown passes in 2 game span. It's like the greatest 2-week span of like
NFL history.
NFL
It has
history
to
for
be,
a
bro.
quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, Ben's a first bout Hall
12
of Famer,
tutties,
just totally
dude.
different.
Yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
era was just different.
But it
So-
was such a good area to be in. at
So what's
Pittsburgh.
different? And between the talent that was in the locker room then, we got a lot of talent in the locker room this year.
That's true.
So like,
sure.
what's the difference? Like, what does this team have that team didn't? That they couldn't get the job done and win a championship? Like, what's special about this team?
I think our team all around, like top to bottom, our depth, everything, like we're set to, be pretty solid this year. Now, NFL's crazy, dude. You can roll out the ball on any given Sunday and
That's a fact.
anybody can beat anybody.
Right.
And like Danny Smith says, and I probably said it before, there's no such thing as an upset.
Right.
The team that plays the best will win.
Yeah.
Every
And,
time.
like that's the truest thing I've ever heard. Like there's no such thing as like you see this point spread, whatever it is, whatever the hell's going on in Vegas, and like that stuff's not. Whoever rolls out the ball and plays the best and executes the game plan, is winning. Is winning.
Man.
The talent level, like I'm sure the talent is very similar. Like what that was like 8 years ago, 7 years ago or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's very similar. Like these guys are so good, man. Like every top to bottom, every position, their skill sets. Like they work on certain skill sets that make them even better than what they are. Which like
See.
we weren't doing that stuff in college. Like,
No.
at least I wasn't. Like I wasn't skill set. I was like, I'm gonna play.
I'm just gonna go play.
Yeah, it's
See, that's the thing, though, bro. You gotta understand, like, if you're a fan out there and you're watching, like, think about the job that you go through every day, and you call yourself a professional. These
Yeah.
dudes work on their craft every day, the same techniques. They might not be lifting every day, but they are working technique every day.
every day.
You know what I mean? So, like, you're talking about, I remember when the Steelers fans were mad about us losing to the Cardinals. I'm like, Kyler Murray was a first-round draft pick.
Right.
Like,
Heisman Trophy winner.
Heisman Trophy. What are y'all talking about?
And first round draft pick in the MLB.
In the
Yeah.
MLB, like these are
this is
freak
rare,
athletes.
you know.
And
Should
rare.
have won that game. Should have won that game.
I agree. I agree. But you're right. It's just different. And then people to criticize.
Oh, the critics, dude.
The critics are
Should have
crazy.
won that game, dude.
This guy over here.
Yeah, this guy. right
guy.
here.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, someone's got to shoot it straight for Steeler Nation out here,
Yeah.
okay?
yeah, you're
like-
right. You're right. Shoot it
And we're
straight for 'em.
canceled.
Ain't canceled,
what's
bro.
the,
It's the truth.
What's the buzz like with the quarterback room? I don't know if there's ever been anything like this. I've never seen two,
Studs.
yeah, absolute studs like have to battle it out. And, these guys are both starting quarterbacks. So that's got to be like super exciting. So what's the
Facts.
buzz like?
I mean, I feel like I feel the buzz differently than
Yeah.
other
for sure.
guys in the
Yeah,
locker room because I hear it from my friends, my family, like whoever I'm talking to wants to. I'm close with them. They want to know what's going on.
Right.
They tell me things that are going on, whatever that they think's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it just hasn't really like these guys are pros.
Yeah.
Russ doesn't win a Super Bowl, get to 2, and
Yeah.
and you're not any good. And Justin Fields doesn't go 1 overall if you're not any good.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
both these guys are super talented, and I think it's
gotta
going to be a good
exciting.
year. Yeah, it's-
Good energy in like the locker rooms with like
Definitely.
reporters and stuff. Just,
Yeah, and we have a really good locker room. Like I'm not just saying that. Like we really don't have any assholes. Like
That's
guys
nice.
that are gonna
That's awesome.
like everyone knows we're there to do a job, and if one person eats, we all eat.
Right.
Like
yeah.
it's just,
Okay,
Yeah. yeah.
can you say that out loud again? Because you said it's a job, and a lot of people think it's still just football. But like I have friends who play in the league, and they say I'm going to work. Like they don't take it as I'm going to practice. They're like,
Yeah,
bro, I got to
it's
go to
work.
work. You know what I'm saying?
it's we're all doing it together. Like we're all getting paid. If one guy's doing great and has a baller game, he's helping the rest of us. Like TJ making plays, splash plays, interceptions, fumbles, like Minka getting a pick, like that's helping everybody. Like not just one guy. That's not. Yeah, he's helping himself. He's going to get paid for himself and his family, but like he's helping us too. Like the guy next to you is helping you. The guys that are next to me at guard, like, I want them to get a heavy stab in the A-gap to help me with my rush. Like, they want their tackle to get a heavy stab and have presence in there to help them. Like, if there's a free guy, you want to get a pick for somebody to get a guy out in coverage or whatever it may be. Like, you're helping the guy next to you because you know that man eats.
Yeah.
We have a good special team unit because the punter ate because he just had a great year. Our whole unit is like, that guy played on the number 1 punt team in the league for that year.
Right.
We should sign it. Look at that veteran, even if he's not on a team the next year. Like, there's guys that are on the street that have played some significant time that, everyone's like, I'd want that guy on the team. Look how many games he played in. He's a vet.
Yeah.
And it's different. Like, we talk about the skill set too. Like, different tricks of the trade. Like, you can tell a veteran on punt return team versus a rookie on punt return team. What I'm saying by that is, like, when they go and set up a block, or they go when they're going to attack and you're running a hold up, where their hand placement is, how their feet are, like different techniques if you're on the punt team and you realize it's a hold up, getting out quicker.
Right.
It's just like it's a different level of a game that I don't think very many people understand, but that's what we're here to do, educate them.
Yes, speak into that too, because like, how gritty are the gunners, dude? Like the guys that have to play gun, like that is got to be one of the most. Like they're dogs out there.
That is
it's crazy.
That's a dog fight.
Talk
the
on
gunner position, you're getting.
Vice.
You got two man.
Crazy,
You got two guys out there. They're like, I want to kill you. Like you're not making it past 10 yards. Like,
2-on-1.
So if you take the wrong split or the wrong step, you're done.
Yeah.
Bro, it's over with.
You're done. Imagine if we're kicking into a double, which you never want to kick into a double with the vices. But say you're kicking on that side, you get locked up. No, we don't got a gunner. Excuse me, we don't got a gunner on that side. We're down a man because he's buried back at the fight. Like that position is a fight. Like that's one of the hardest positions in the league.
Man, you better take that J hook out of bounds and come back in. That's where I'm going.
Dude. And then the technique on that too, like the different things that our coaches teach and other coaches around the league teach about, like pulling the arm through, swatting the hands, like hand placement off the line, like stuff that people are just like, oh, he's running down and making a tackle. No, he's not. He just worked his ass off to get off that line. Yeah, to get off that line and make that play. Like,
it's a prideful position. It's
a prideful, bro. You got to be a dog.
And
like
the vice,
Danny Smith calls it the expressway.
You got to think about it. That's 4 hands. It ain't just regular 2 hands there. There's 4 hands there. You got to figure out.
And if they get on you,
raps.
It's a wrap.
And those guys are like really fighting for a job at that time. Like,
especially that's why it's cool. Like if you're watching the preseason and you're really watching into the, even early on in the preseason, it'll be early in the game, but third quarter, fourth quarter, like these dudes are fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
Like, we all are. We all, me included. Like every snap for me, I'm fighting for my life. Like we have to. Like you have no other option.
Right.
And that's why preseason to me, I know guys hate it because you get hurt and you could mess up a guy's career and here and there, but it has to happen.
Right.
It has to happen, and these guys have to get work, and people have to see them because there's a lot of talented people that are at home.
Right.
And that's sucks. Like you're at home and you're like, dude, I should be playing.
Right.
So I want to like transition this just a little bit. I know we talked, slightly on what you want the show to be. So we're going to be doing this weekly, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is throughout the season. This is like, you got all these games across the country. You're going to fly back here. We're going to record in between these weeks. We may have some, obviously, where we have to record ahead of a game or after a game, just depending on how the schedule falls. But like, throughout this season, this is a unique perspective because there's only, to my knowledge right now, one other guy in the locker room with a show, correct?
Cam, not just football.
Not just football. And you're a guest on that show, very often, right? Is this weekly that you'll be with him?
It's a weekly thing. I'm a guest on there, a short time with a long snapper. It's a good segment. We have some fun on that pod.
Yeah. So what's your goal with the show? Like, what unique perspective do you want to bring to this weekly conversation? Like, what can people who are Steeler fans or maybe just even fans of football in general or, maybe just your story, what can they expect on a weekly basis? Are we going to be talking about the games, about specific things?
We're gonna talk about the game. Like I'm not gonna get into depth about any game plan, nothing like that. So I don't want to boost anybody's, like thinking we're gonna get into game plan, whatever. But we are gonna talk about the games. We're gonna talk about my experience, how I played, like how I think what we did well, what the other team didn't, what significant plays. just different like snippets. I feel like people would be interested to hear from a guy that's in there and, you know, a guy that's around it. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to.
Did anybody have to sit you down and be like, listen, dude, you're starting a podcast and like give you like a.
No, I feel like I've been good enough, you know, where I kind of know the limits and boundaries. And like I said, it's a business, dude. So I'm not trying to jeopardize anything that I have going. And that's my job. It's a damn good job. So I'm not trying to lose that job. So I won't jeopardize anything like that. But I do want to give it like an insight of like, bro, I might come in here on a day and I might be super stressed. Like my energy might be different and y'all might just have to roll with it because that's what it is. Like I'm probably be pissed off if I didn't play well or I didn't play up to my expectations, which, you know, I think I should every game, and that'll beat you up.
Yeah,
like sure. You can't take that shit home with you though, and it's easier said than done. You get pissed off at work, you can't take it home with you, but we all know that's easier said than done. I'm sure that happens to 99% of the people out here.
This is really my other question. Maybe this is selfish. I can't figure out why you invited us to co-host this show.
I can't either.
But like, what do you want us to do?
Like,
what's our role on this show?
Honestly, like, first time we had our pod, we just rolled. We just talked. Like, I felt like I was talking to two guys I've known my whole life, and you know, I get along with both of you guys, and it's just easy to talk. It's easy to talk. It's easy to carry conversations like there's no camera in here. Like, I don't want to feel like we're being, which we are, but we're being recorded and we're being whatever. Like, I just want to have a conversation and shoot the shit, man. Just
the boys.
Yeah, just be the boys.
Just vibing, man. I like that. Christian, that's the locker room talk right there.
Yeah,
man.
but that's all, dude. In the locker room too. Like, yeah, it's stressful. We're all there for a job, but man, we got to have fun with it. I'm guilty of not having as much fun with it because the pressure and the stress, but. Man, soaking it all in, that's something I want to work on, soaking it all in and, like, taking this time to realize where I'm at and, like, what's going on with my life and, like, damn, it is cool. It is cool.
Good stuff, man. Is there anything we want to touch base on before we wrap up episode 1?
I just think we might hop into this in the next episode, but the transformation of this whole studio and, like, what went down in here in the last since I came in here 5 days ago, because it's completely revamped. Swing, Jesse, kick, you guys, like the pictures on the back wall made by you, incredible. I know we're saying we're gonna try to get some local artists in here, but
yeah, I'm using these as like a placeholder right now. These are left over from the exhibit. It's actually how I met. Like, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this series. So I felt like
that's special.
I'd put it up here. You know, I painted weekly throughout that NFL season.
Dude.
It led to me meeting Tre and Brian. We did an art show at Stage AE. I've got some paintings that, you know, left over from the show, and I've just had them displayed around the office. And I was like, you know, one of the things that was cool about the exhibit was we brought together a lot of, like, Swing. We met him at the exhibit.
Yeah.
You know, Kickler was shooting my podcast when I started doing this series. Jesse was working as an artist out of the studio in downtown Pittsburgh in the Diamond Building when I was doing the pod and like launching everything here at One Team Media, and we make a phone call to him to come up here. Now he's running the board. So like this team here is something that is like truly Pittsburgh brought together to like do something really cool and unique in the city. So for you to recognize that, jump on board and be like, you're part of our team now. So like,
100%.
You know, we want to make sure that we put the effort in. That's why we went above and beyond with this studio, because we want you to feel like, you know, this is something that we don't take lightly. And so, you know, we are going to attack this city because we believe in you, and we believe in the show, and we believe in the direction of it, and we believe in the Steelers. We are, you know, Yinzers. We are Pittsburgh, born and raised. So, like, we want this
Say that with pride.
Yeah, I do.
We're Yinzers. Yeah, we are. I mean, I am. I know they say the Pittsburgh accent's like the ugliest in the world, but I don't believe that one bit.
Nah, dude.
They say that until they come here.
It's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, and then they love it.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. But yeah, the transformation of this room is
crazy.
It's been crazy, and Kick already stroked you enough on this show about the logo. But the logo's sick. It brings out a lot. But in the pictures, hopefully one day we get a couple of these guys on the show.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Yeah.
I got a jersey swap this one and put him in a Tampa uniform.
Now, like, you'll use that same picture and you'll just switch the colors
up? I never
up?
did it before. We're going to try it.
It's probably going to be sick.
It's going to be dope. Now, what about that back wall behind you? What are you planning to do with that?
Man, this is for sponsors. This is for sponsors, partners, people in Pittsburgh that, you know, they believe in us just like we all believe in each other, and we're doing this. And we want people on board. We're targeting the Pittsburgh market, and we want sponsors. And I believe with me working, you guys working, this whole crew that we got working could help a small business, a big business, anybody that wants some recognition or anything to come from this podcast. Like I truly believe that.
We've been building, here, and it's just come from, truly, having a common goal to make Pittsburgh a better place, something that people say, like you said, with pride, like I'm from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great things. So if we can help share that through with what we're building here, that's an opportunity for businesses. We don't need sponsors to make this show happen.
No.
We want to actually partner with people that have a vision like we have right here. So, if you're a company out there and you want to see this show grow because you believe that it's going to bring, positivity to the city, then you should contact us. And so maybe we'll put a link in the description below the video. So if you're a business and you want to reach out and potentially have your logo placement, we have a ton of different options for us to partner. And like you said, we have a media team here. So we want to come out and put boots on the ground in these businesses, create 100%. Content with them, share their story, and not just do ad reads on the show and just whatever. We want to truly partner with people in the city.
Be in the community.
That's the goal.
Yes. Well, that answers why I have you on the pod. That was a great explanation.
Great, wasn't
that just
it?
hit it. But
So it was in my notebook,
boys,
too.
I appreciate it. That wraps up, I think, our first episode. Like, subscribe, share. I've been wanting to say that. I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting to say that one. I've never said that in my life on the camera. But yeah, like this, share it, subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get this thing rolling.
Launching
Appreciate
an
all you
Instagram
guys.
for it too. Don't forget the Instagram.
Oh,
we're
yeah, the
launching for it
Instagram.
too. So tell them we'll link it in below and give it a follow.
Link, follow, subscribe, like, share it,
Comment.
Dude,
comment.
smash that subscribe.
Yeah, smash it. But thank you guys. Seriously, this was great. We'll see you next week. Same time next week. Oh yeah, I love it.